Hey guys, this is Scott Ulmer here. Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a great holiday season and ready for a fantastic, life-changing 2016. I can tell you that 2016 is going to be a spectacular year for us. We're very excited to start off coming to Charlotte, North Carolina. Today's Tuesday, January the 5th, and we are coming to Charlotte in 3 days. So this is kind of a last-minute effort from Dustin and Linda to get you guys to come, those that are on the fence. Hopefully you watch this video and decide that it's worth your while to come see us this weekend. We're going to be there 8th, 9th, and 10th. Venue is on the website, and we're very excited to be there. I can tell you this, it's going to be a great training, great event. We have a very specific niche that we invest in. It's non-traditional real estate, but we have a certain price point, certain demographic that we target, and really a certain type of a buyer that we're looking to work with that is more of an executive level. So I want to just give you a very quick overview of the type of deals that we do and what we're going to be teaching you this weekend up in Charlotte. So a couple real key distinctions for you. Number one is we're dealing with nicer homes and nicer areas. Our target price point is anywhere from $150,000 up to $500,000. Great schools, great areas. You have very limited, if any, competition. Most investors, based on purely the ROI, the return on their investment, are going to be doing cash deals in the $150,000 and under price points because the return on the investment or the ROI makes a lot more sense. So when you're dealing with these higher priced homes, you have very limited, if any, competition. Because we're dealing with the higher priced homes, you're also able to command at least a $10,000 minimum on every deal that you do. And I'm going to show you a sweet deal that we did here last year. Of course, that was just a couple days ago, where we got 30. So because of the fact that you're doing higher price point homes, not only can you get a minimum of 10, but you have opportunities to get $30,000 and more on some of the bigger price deals because obviously the margins can be different based on the amount of zeros at the end of the deal. And of course, the beauty of our strategy, it takes no money and no credit. And I know it sounds cliche in today's world, but with the strategy and with the contracts that we use and our scripts and how we approach everything, that is very, very valid. It's just fantastic, and it's a great, great strategy. In fact, I've been doing this 21 years full-time. I've done just about every type of residential real estate transaction there is. I joke with people I've done them all, probably haven't done them all, but I can tell you that of all the strategies that I've done, this is the one that we have actually molded our entire business model around. We have a staff of 9 people here in Jacksonville, Florida. Our entire business evolves around this strategy that we've called ABLE. So fantastic strategy. You're going to see why you can make a lot of money. So let me tell you real briefly, and I'll try not to be too long-winded here just for the sake of time. We did a deal on a house on a street called Casitas. It's actually a kind of a higher-end townhome. We are hit or miss with townhomes. We've done real well on a few and have not done well with a few as well. So, but this was a very nice area. It was fairly new. Seller went through a divorce. It was a single lady, and in the divorce, she got the house free and clear. So we love when they have no debt because it obviously has a lot of latitude that they have for negotiating purposes, but the math on the free and clear sellers really can make a tremendous difference. So free and clear, she moved out, wanted to just sell it, and she was listing it or asking $299,900. Well, the comps in the area were showing anywhere from $310,000 to $315,000, $330,000, based on the fact that they were still building some new ones in there. Very, very desirable. This one had a unique floor plan, but she wanted to get a quick sale, so she thought that if she priced it under $300,000, she'd be able to find a buyer a little bit quicker. Well, we came in, really liked our program, liked us, and we were able to agree to the $299,900. I'm going to kind of go through this with you. Of course, we're going to show you the details this weekend. Well, we put it under contract at $299,000, and with our agreements, she was expecting to get no money up front. That just comes through our script, and you'll see that this weekend. We took it out to market at $319,900. Again, the comps supported that. That's always important. I always want people to know up front, you can't outprice a home. In today's market, today's world, people can get online and see values instantaneously, but no question we're at the high end of the market. But we're also looking for someone that's going to need a 1 or 2 year term before they can ultimately finance out. So we took it to market at $319,900. Happened to run into a buyer who was an older couple that owned a car lot. They had bought and sold cars, wholesale them their whole life. He's a veteran, never used his VA certificate of eligibility, made pretty good money buying and selling wholesale cars, just never ended up getting a lot of credit. This guy had to have been in his mid-60s. So anyway, and he worked with his son, and we knew his son from a friend, and very, very great family. But they had plenty of cash, could certainly afford a nice payment, but they couldn't walk into the bank today, even with a VA certificate of eligibility. They needed about 12 to 18 months just to establish some credit trade lines, which we find is fairly common. As bizarre as that sounds, people that make a lot of money don't always have good credit, which still blows my mind, but we find it fairly common. So anyway, they had $30,000 to put down. Well, we like when we hear that because that's $30,000 that we think should be in our bank account. They also could afford a $2,400 a month payment, and we ended up, they fell in love with the place, by the way. It was a townhome, no maintenance, had 2 stories. They had company that would come over. They could use the top loft. It was perfect for them, but they needed about 12 months to get their financing in order. You're going to find out when we teach you this weekend that we're big fans of what we call good faith extensions. So even though they only needed 12 months, we wanted to build in a little bit of a cushion in case they ran into some issues with their financing. So we gave them, in this case, a 12-month extension. There's a psychology behind that. We'll go into it this weekend, but it was a 12-month term with a 12-month extension. $2,400 down, $24 a month, $30,000 down. And in this case, they did not negotiate, even though they bought and sold cars, and they negotiate for a living. In this case, they knew that we were asking $319,900 because they needed effectively 1, if not 2 years to finance. They did not negotiate on the list price. So we wrote the deal with the buyer, $319,900, $30,000 down, $2,400 a month, and we gave them 12 months with a 12-month extension. By the way, usually our extensions aren't that long. Usually the extensions are maybe 3 to 6 months. In this case, we made a little bit of an exception because of the seller and the buyer situation. When the seller saw the math, she absolutely loved it. Now, I will tell you, we went back to the seller and we offered her $290,000. And I'm going very fast here, so we'll go through it in more detail this weekend. But if you look at the difference between what we sold it for to the buyer and what we had agreed to with the seller after we made the offer, there was a difference of $30,000. So that's really how we made our spread. Now, we typically keep the first month's payment from the seller. That's something that we always ask for. In this case, because we asked the seller to take $10,000 less than she was asking, we went ahead and conceded that first month's payment. So we only made $30,000. Of course, I'm smiling when I say that because that's not so darn bad, but typically we would have made $32,400. Now, in this case, if you look at the seller's position, she's going to get $2,400 a month times 12 months is over, golly, what is that, 25, almost $30,000, just shy of $30,000, and that's times 2 years, right? So that's a total of $60,000. Now, they have insurance and taxes and HOA fees, but remember, she owned it free and clear. So she's going to have a price of $290,000. She's also going to get another $60,000 if, in fact, it goes 2 years. If it's only 1 year, it's $30,000 minus some minor HOA fees, insurance, and taxes. But for the most part, she's going to get the $290,000 plus $60,000, which is around $350,000. Again, minus your taxes and insurance. But she saw the math, realized it's a great buyer. They just happened to be in a situation where they couldn't go into the bank today, which was our target demographic, by the way, and absolutely loved it. It was a great deal for the buyer. It was perfect for them. They were very happy with it. They're just a fantastic couple. Really a great deal for the seller, as you can see the math, and please forgive me for going so fast. I just want to kind of give you a basic overview. We'll dive into this example this weekend, and of course we were pretty darn happy that we made 30 in the middle. So this is an example that is certainly a home run. I'll make no bones about that. 30,000 is an absolute home run, but I can tell you it's just very, very doable with what we're doing. You're targeting great homes, great areas, high price points, which means you're going to attract well-heeled buyers that are able to put a decent amount of money down, are looking for a short-term window. We call it a bridge or a stepping stone or a platform to their permanent financing. Typically it's only a 6 to 12, maybe 18-month window. In this case it's 12, and we gave another 12, so worst case would be 24. Win-win-win all around. So we have a very specific niche that we're targeting, and we're going to go through in detail the scripts for buyers and sellers, the specific contracts that we use, in particular in North Carolina, because it has some quirky laws. But again, if you look at what we're working with, the criteria that make this strategy great, you're going to see that these types of deals are all over the place and very, very doable if you know what you're doing. So we hope we see you this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. We tell a lot of really good jokes. I'm a real funny guy, right, Dan?
Yeah.
I try to tell jokes. They tell me don't quit my day job, but we have a lot of fun with what we do. It's going to be a great 3 days. We've got some great stuff we're going to give you, great content. You're going to leave ready to go do deals the minute you walk out that door. And we hope to see you there. I promise you, I give you my word, you will not regret it if you make the trip this weekend. Check the website for the venue, Charlotte REIA, and we're looking forward to seeing you this weekend, and look forward to meeting every one of you there. And I'll see you here in about 3 days.